Lesson 2. Conduct competency assessment. Establish the context and purpose of assessment. The assessor must familiarize self with the qualifications or unit of competencies to be assessed. Ensure that the assessment site complies with the relevant occupational health and safety requirements. Ensure that assessment resources are available. The assessor must ensure that the tools, equipment, and facilities are ready and available in the assessment site before the assessments start. A checklist of tools, equipment, and facilities must be handed to help the assessor monitor the availability and completeness of the tools, equipment, and facilities. The checklist of tools, equipment, and facilities is included in the assessor's guide. Lesson 2. Conduct competency assessment plan and prepare the evidence gathering process. The assessor shall receive assessment package composed of the following.
So, good day candidates. Welcome to ECI, your accredited assessment center for food and beverage NC2. So, my name is Christian Salmar. I am accredited competency assessor for food and service NC2. So, I will here my ID and with my accreditation number and also my appointment letter coming from the IC manager of this institution, providing that I am an accredited assessor for the assessment. So let me acknowledge first the presence of Ms. Precious Rosales, your AC manager, and Ms. Mary Grace Lambo, your TESDA representative from the TESDA Albay Provincial Office. You don't have to worry about their presence because they are just here to oversee if the conduct of assessment is the coordinates with the competency assessment methodologies. So before we proceed, may I inform you that we are being recorded and live streamed to the CCTV camera and that's the Albay Provincial Office and that's the Regional Office. I will hear your consent from which means that we are including me as recorded and to the other terms including the sharing of your CCTV footage to authorize representative indicated and this board. And also, I have here with me your application from and self-assessment guides. This is proof they really and really undergo to the assessment. So, I will now check your attendance. So, as I call your name, please come forward and present to your admission slip. And can I ask your ID, validation, or your verify your name, okay? So thank you. So please sign the attendance sheet. So let me call first Ms. Saldo. Can you please sign the attendance? And now, second is Ms. Sharon Flores. Please sign the attendance. Today, I will be administering an assessment is a way collecting evidence and making a judgment whether competency has been achieved. So I will be collecting evidence through demonstration and oral questioning. And this assessment method will help me issue your underpinning knowledge and skill on FBS. So our applications food and service and food and beverage in situ. And the units of competency to be assessed are the basic, common, and core competencies will just be assessing full but basic and common will be currently assessed during the integrating of core competencies. So the floor will be assessed based on the following. So first is prepare the dining area, room and restaurant area for service, and identify the tools and materials used for service, food, then table napkin. So the second, welcome the guest and taking the beverage orders. So welcome the guest by the time of their arrival, the able to set them on the table of their choice service to them. So number 3, promote food and beverage product. So properly take the orders using the menu and do suggestive selling. So number 5, provide food and beverage orders to guests. Mention the name of orders. So last, provide room service. So take the room service order for breakfast for the one guest you can select whether breakfast is American breakfast, French or Filipino breakfast. So make sure you know now you enter the room of room service and how you service the food. So when the guest complain, so integrate with you are performing the competency 1 to 5. So all of this assessment will be within 2 hours. So 1.5 for table service and 30 minutes for the room service. So after the assessment, the assessor will decide if you are the competent and not competent only. So does anybody who has physical difficulty or health issues, please tell me so that I can. So assess you later on. So okay po. For those candidates who need to take their medication, maintenance within the duration of your assessment, just inform and we will allow you to take your medication. And also, if there are any religious practice being observed by your religion, just tell me. Just tell me so that we can allow you to observe whatever you are required to do by your respective religion. So, for example, if you need to pray at a specific time, they tell me and will allow you. If there's, please tell me immediately so that I can excuse you. So if you are difficult in understanding the given instruction, please don't hesitate to call my attention because I'm more than willing to explain and translate it for you. So and if you concerns clarification and question, please raise your hand and so that I can answer. And once the assessment has already started, please refrain from asking question because it's no longer allowed in your addition to that one assessment has already started. Cell phone are not allowed in the assessment area. So please turn off your phone and put in your bag. So as we go along with the assessment, please observe safety practices. Also, when accident happen your up please call my attention immediately so I can give you first aid. And when the need arises, remember that your first aid kit is located to the right side of assessment area. And doing the activity can deliver PPE, observe health and sanitary practices, observe social distancing, and wear properly your face mask. Me as a assessor, my my role is just to observe and write down that I have observed during the assessment, but as assessor, I have the right to stop the assessment if you observe any untoward behavior, especially if you can harm to their candidates or it might result to lose property or lives. So after the assessment, if, and you have found to be not yet competent, don't worry about it because you can be reassessed anytime at your convenience. In case of your full qualification, you need to undergo the entire assessment process again. However, if you have found to be components in some areas of the question, you have to be reassessed to the areas of competency. So you be advised to get a refresher, or you can apply for assessment. So okay. So in case you are not satisfied with the result, you can file for the appeal. You can send your letter to the TESDA provincial office address to your TESDA director. So okay. And if you are found to be competent for that section of this national certificate is the TESDA is currently implementing the e-certificate system starting from August 28, 2022 until present. As a reminder, please ensure that the email address and name provided during the application process are operated and up to date. For the renewal or the NC after 5 years or validity, the requirements will be photocopy of NC with original presented certificate of employment related to the NC. So with the result of the assessment, we observe conduct clearly. This is not ensured your integrity. This result is only made available to the right personnel and to the institution where you had your actual training. Lastly, as a reminder, please ensure that the email address and name provided during the application process are operated and up to date. For the renewal or the NC after 5 years or validity, the requirements will be photocopy of NC with original presented certificate of employment related to the NC. So with the result of the assessment, we observe conduct clearly. This is not ensured your integrity. This result is only made available to the right personnel and to the institution where you had your actual training. Lastly, my remind anyone that please refrain giving my information outside regarding the process of the assessment. So now, do you have any question? So since you have, don't have any questions, so I will now give your specific instruction. So please read the instruction carefully. And so please read the instruction carefully and please ask me if you don't understanding something, so I may be able to translate to replace the instruction to your convenience. So So since you do not have any question, I would like to give you your numbers. So Miss Mayores is